Hello, once again for your biannual checkup on the state of ReZero's third season. So before I start this video, I'm going to let you know that I am writing this script a week before the AnimeJapan panels are announced. So if this video gets released, that means a ReZero panel is confirmed for AnimeJapan. This is huge news. If you didn't know, ReZero had no panel last year there, and that is most likely because of lack of information regarding the show. AnimeJapan is where an OVA and the second season was announced, so it's ReZero's biggest panel attraction, so it matters the most. That is my reasoning for why there will be important information there. This time I have more hope than anything regarding another season because this time I have been doing my research. Now, to begin with, I have an 80% chance of confidence that White Fox has officially dropped ReZero. If they are smart, they would have begun a discussion about dropping the work during 2020 or 2021 during production of Season 2, or after that they couldn't handle it going forward. Besides that point, White Fox has dropped 3 different IPs of theirs. Goblin Slayer, Arifreda, and Devil is a Part-Timer. Hence, dropping 3 of their only sequelable shows, that just leaves ReZero. I've also been scouting out and have seen many tweets from White Fox's director and higher-ups that spouted lines of doomerism regarding their own studio, and how they couldn't handle as much as they used to and see a bad future for their studio, as well as core members of the studio forming their own studio, which also hasn't ended up in a good situation either. This is Atelier Pontdark. For your information, they have 4 employees and they're basically outsourcing everything to piece together their shows. Regarding White Fox's director, he talked about in a tweet how one of the White Fox's studios called Izukogen, which trains newcomers, is basically just a newcomer studio, but he said that the work has decreased and that they're switching to key animation only in like the next few years. One more reason that might have some relevance is that White Fox's website previously had a ReZero image as their front page, and it stayed like that since 2018. At the end of 2022, they decided to scrap that website and replace it with a bland website without ReZero being there anymore. It's like they aren't showcasing their main work for some reason anymore, maybe because they won't be doing it in the future. Out of all shows they've dropped, why wouldn't they drop ReZero too? If they can't handle those, why would they be able to handle the biggest of them all? Going back to the point of when White Fox would have discussed dropping ReZero, around 2020 or 2021 will be the time, as studios usually are backplanned for 2 to 3 years, that a new studio would have been ready to take up the project around now. As for the studio that is taking it up, I have no idea or if it will be 100% not White Fox or not. Like I said, it's just an educated guess that White Fox isn't going to continue with it, and I'm sure Kadokawa won't give such a big IP just to a garbage studio, especially with how long we've been waiting for a new season. For your information, Season 2 was announced 4 years ago, and that was a 4-year, so Season 1 announced 2015, 4 years later, Season 2 was announced, and 4 years later, brings us to right now. A trusty person that I know said some rumors about animators working on Season 3 right now, but take that with the smallest grain of salt. If it is true though, and Season 3 is announced in AnimeJapan, then I can assume that Season 3 will have a healthy and good production schedule, and that we can expect a good season ahead of us. As well as Ice, a reliable person in the ReZero community that I talked about in the beginning, one of my last videos, and he talked about a leak in March of 2022 that said ReZero is in pre-production. In the beginning of December, he said that he last heard that the 3rd season of ReZero was halted in pre-production. Maybe things change, who knows, I wish I did. My long-term theory is that Studio Bind will take over ReZero in the future after they are finished with Mushoku Tensei, which will be around 2028, and Tappei still won't be done with writing ReZero, so it is convenient, so they can pick up where White Fox left off, or whoever, Oddly enough, AnimeJapan 2023 announced after I wrote all of this, and they are going to have stage events for 46 programs, even though there are 150 works. So on the 30th of January, they will provide the stages and such for those 46 works that are getting a panel. Regarding ReZero, there's a very high chance we'll get a panel program, because whenever it is in AnimeJapan, it always gets a panel, as well as it being one of the most popular series within the event. Last year it was not in it anywhere, and obviously it had no panel. So the leaker from March of 2022, I talked about this previously. He said in the beginning of December Season 3 was halted in pre-production, but he has now shifted his opinion since the announcement of AnimeJapan, and also believes there's an announcement awaiting us besides merchandise due to AnimeJapan 22 skipping ReZero and has been stalled in pre-production, while approved for Season 3 production, as well as the fact that White Fox's main studio is on a recruitment spree. But we'll see about that. I asked him what made him think that White Fox would continue as a studio, and he said he doesn't know 100%, but he has been giving heavy indications privately about that. There's always the possibility that White Fox dropped its other works in order to focus on ReZero, however, I'm still leaning on the studio change. All in all, I have high hopes for a ReZero announcement at AnimeJapan 2023, which will be taking place March 25th and March 26th in Japan. I plan to make a video covering any ReZero related news that take place within the event, and if there is any important news that drop when they reveal the stages for AnimeJapan and after, I will comment them below, or you can check my Twitter page as I am active on there. If I have to make a new video, I will get one up immediately. For updates, check the comments.